retail prices. Contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 4808-715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited. Quality you can trust.
Welcome to the home of Pure Oxygen Spring Water. A breathtaking 1,000 feet above sea level, where the elements collide. In an area of outstanding natural beauty. This land, our land, embodies nature, and our methods respect it. We use clean energy, solar, hydro, wind, to bring you the cleanest water. Every drop, sustainably sourced from pristine Cornish farmland. From the raw beauty of rainfall to our state-of-the-art bottling facility, situated on an ancient underground lake. We're reminded of the timeless power of pure water. But it doesn't stop here. The secret of cure lies in the pure oxygen we so carefully infuse. To breathe life into every bottle of pure water, without chemicals or additives. Cure pushes the boundaries of what water can do, uniting life's most essential ingredients: water and oxygen. The next generation of hydration. Pure Oxygen, nature's ultimate water.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers here on IBN Channel 8. I'm now reading a little snippet here of news where allegedly the in-laws of Faris al-Rawi were robbed. The victims were identified as Nazim Nahus, 87, and his wife Jinnah Nahus, 80, of Windy Drive. Police say the couple went to the Ellerslie branch of Republic Bank at 10 a.m. and conducted a transaction. They returned home about 40 minutes later. They were leaving their vehicle. A slim brown-skinned man wearing a mask put a gun to the chest of Mr. Nahus and asked for the money. All right. What I'm being told is that all they got was around $2,200. So interestingly, a lot of the poor people moving and going to the bank here. There it is. A lot of the poor people going with money home to pay, to get this and that done, and the people who have moving with small funds. So you know what I'll do, right? I'll try and reduce the amount of money. I mean, people like me, you know, we don't have a problem. We just move with small money, so we good to go. Right, here we go. Let me just crack it open and welcome you to Breaking Barriers. Of course, this program is live on IBN Channel 8 every single Wednesday evening from 8 p.m. till around 9 p.m. or 9:30 or thereabouts. What happens is that let me tell you something. I'm lucky I could open one eye because I accidentally, you know, I should not be mentioning these stupid things on air, but what happens is that sometimes it makes for a good laugh. And I'm sure it happened to every man outside there. What happens is that I go on and I spray and I end up, the nozzle end up being in the wrong direction and I sprayed a little cologne in my left eye. And boy, the thing burning. Oh my God, the thing burning. But Hey, I sound like that girl who does sing, boy. Anyway, we're leaving that right here. It's a pleasure to have you in my company. Of course, it's our 16th year ongoing. And just to let you know, it's our 7th year with Brilliant. I can't believe that already. No, not 7, sorry. It's the 6th year with Brilliant. Yeah, look how time flies, huh? But, of course, this is not about me. This is about Tile Expression. And, of course, it's our honor to recognize one of the great stalwarts in the industry, the tiling industry, and that is Tile Expression. And of course, we would like to thank Tile Expression for their support through community activities and into as well. They are very generous supporter in terms of community activities, in terms of their corporate responsibility. I would like to thank them for all that they do and all that they continue to do. And may God continue to bless them. All right, so let me start off the program here. Let me start off with the most important thing first. Now, I have said time and time again, and I have provided proof where we have been targets of the Telecom Authority. And we have shown that time and time again that the Telecom Authority is more or less just another arm of the P&M government. We have said that time and time again. My attorneys have responded to them time and time again. And what happened is that today, while flicking channels, it was nastiness. That is all I could say, nastiness. And it is interesting that we are bound by the license that we hold. But Stars and HBO could show whatever the hell they want and breach every law where Trinidad and Tobago is concerned, from pedophilia, go right up. And unfortunately, that is not a problem. I see some of the things you see, you wonder. So what happens is that for me, and not only that, Tat is in charge of the internet and what goes on the internet too as well. And you know what does go on Facebook with racially charged statements, and Tat and all of them, they do nothing. But when I do something, you could guarantee the next day we get a letter from Tat. Like tomorrow, I am sure I'll get a letter from Tat, so might as well do it. Because at the end of the day, I really do give a damn, because quite frankly, my goal is to provide the truth to you. And if Tat see that as a problem, well, I'm going to tell you. A tit for tat. That's the way I see it. Right? So I just want to warn you that the video that I'm about to show you is graphic. Justin, you know which video I'm about to show, right? The video that I'm about to show you is very graphic. Right? Now, the video that you're about to see was the accident in Bamboo number 2, which took place this weekend. Now, I want to make it abundantly clear that all the children who are watching right now, if these things make you uncomfortable in any way, you should leave from in front of your television. We are not going to show any blood and gore. We're going to show you the accident, right? Now, for some people, right, according to the Telecom Authority, this could affect some people. But watching all the movies with Sylvester Stallone and all the other movies, which children interpret as real, that do affect them. And that is the stupidity of how these people operate. But like I said, I like to cover all my bases. So this is why I am spending 2-3 minutes explaining to you that the video that I'm about to show you, right, viewer discretion is advised, and some viewers may find the following content disturbing. So here what happening, right? All you do, look, close all your eye, all you turn all your back, go by the neighbor, open the curtain, see what they're doing. Now, here we go. Let's run the video. Pause right here. Now, as you could see, the time is 3:53. Guys, you have the video that Ian Allen did? Let me know, please. Right? We are supposed to have that video with him as well. Let me know. Right? So, okay. I was supposed to have sent that to you. So, that is Bamboo number 2 main road, by the way, guys. Right? So, Justin, I think I had sent you and I had asked you to remove the top and the bottom in one of it. But never mind. I'm going to send that to you now. And you could see what you could do for me, please. Because this is important to my, my whole discussion here, right? So I want to just get this Right, I just sent it to you. Right, so this is bamboo number 2 main road. Now, no, it had an next one too as well, but that's okay. Now, just to let you know that this video that you're seeing here is from my bobbies, and it's facing in a southerly direction. Now, what you're seeing there is not the width of the road. What you're seeing on the left is parking space, the road, and you're seeing the container clearly parked partially on the road and on the sidewalk. So essentially this container being parked there caused there to be no sidewalk or nowhere for anybody to pass on that side. So let us look, like I said, we're going to look at this thing very analytically. Right, excellent, pause. Pull back that video a little bit for me, please. Right, good. Now, I want you to watch something there. Now, when you look at this carefully, and I will show you proof of what I'm talking about. This gentleman, from all appearances, did not leave the road. Understand what I'm saying? Now, I want you to understand something. Come back to me, guys, and we'll go back to this. I want you to understand something. And let me say this on the onset. I don't care if the gentleman was speeding. I don't care if the gentleman was drunk. I don't care about that. Because at the end of the day, right now, that is not the issue. The issue is a man passed away. And I don't control life and I don't control death. And this is not to blame any businessman or not to blame any individual. This is for me to put forward the facts and you decide for yourself what is right and what is not right. Right? So let us analyze this thing carefully. The man was speeding. There's no denying that. There's absolutely no denying that. But do we know if that young man got a heart attack, got a stroke, was incapacitated in some way, and that led to him pulling a little bit to the right? Right? Anybody, just in that video with Siddiq that we had in Bamboo here, I know I'd send that to you. I know you could pull that up on your WhatsApp. Pull it up for me and just get ready for me now. Right? I just want to show something. So let us go back to the video now. Right? We're going back to the video. Right? So slowly, Justin. Slowly. Right? There it is. Right. Right there. Pause. Pause right there. Now, if you were to look about, the container is 8 feet. The container is 8 feet. And it is clear that the container has just, the vehicle has just touched about a foot or a little more than the container. Justin, you agree with me or you disagree with me there? Let me at least have, you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Good. So therefore, I am not talking any madness here. And Justin, you coming Bamboo day and night. How many times have we had problems up the road with parking and this standing by Bobby's up the road?
Always.
Always. Good. We did a poll this evening in Bamboo on our Bamboo chat, and 100% of the persons on the Bamboo number 2 village chat and 100% of the persons who responded said that Bobby's is responsible for most of the traffic situation we have in Bamboo. Okay, we leave it as that. But like I said, this is someone's son driving this vehicle. They ran into this container. Continue it slowly. Right, so as the video goes along now, right, pause right there. This is where it gets interesting. Number one, full impact on the driver, and there is nothing to stop the vehicle, right? Or there is nothing to stop the vehicle from going further because the part of the vehicle that hit the container is the weakest part of the vehicle. Let me explain that to you. In a vehicle, come back to me, guys, and we'll go back to this. In a vehicle is made up of components, structural and otherwise, there's a chassis. I've been dealing with this business for 30 years, so I know a vehicle inside out. And one is that in a vehicle, there is something called a crumple zone, which is made to crumple upon impact. In a panel van, unfortunately, it does not have all those safety features above the chassis. It doesn't have those things above the chassis. All those things are below the bumper there. In fact, behind the bumper. You have the chassis, you have the sub-chassis, you have the subframe, you have all the sway bar, you have all those things on the bottom, which is protection for the vehicle against potholes and other damages and etc. and a frontal collision. A container, pull back that video to the beginning, please. Pull it right back to the beginning. Right. Now I want the public to watch something and watch something carefully. You're not seeing anything, not even the legs of the container, because it is hidden to a little bit inside. Now, because that container itself and the trailer is a little off the air, there is nothing to stop that vehicle and hit the chassis, and nothing to stop the top from being totally crumpled and from Mr. Brandon Khan from being killed. Because basically, that's direct impact. There's no getting away from that. Boom, gone. So let's run the video now. Like I said, these are graphic images. So for those people who are watching, please, if these things were... Right, good. Here we go again. Go ahead. Good. Pause right there now and come back to me. Good. So that's the damage to the vehicle. So let's get now to analyzing this whole thing. Right? Let me know when you have the TikTok video, please, guys. And let me know when you have it so I could juxtapose that to what I am seeing and what other people are seeing. Because what happens is that Ian Allen did something on it. And what happens is that at the end of the day, I'm only seeing a Ruka coming up on my screen. I don't know. Right. Yeah, the slides and them. Right. Let me know when you're ready. You ready with the video? Good. Now, here what's happening. I want you to listen to this carefully. Listen to this carefully. This is a video that Ian Allen did, right? And I did my own, but I want you to take a look at this for yourself. Go ahead.
One of my concerns, I was of the opinion, now leave the video please. One of my concerns, ladies and gentlemen, was that, what about if that container was in the road? Now, it doesn't matter if I know Bobby. If it was on the side of Bobby's, how far, what is the width of where that container was, what is the width and where the road ends joining onto the concrete pathway. Because they finished park the container at 9:30 or somewhere. All right? And they had permission to put the container there. They got permission to put the container. Lo and behold, I sent a man to measure. We sent a man to measure, and this is what I got. Right. Look at the side of the road. It is 10 feet 7 inches. The container was 7 feet 9 inches. See? The container was not on the road. But let me tell you something again. That road is a road.
All right, pause that right there. Right. Now, I want you to look at carefully what is being said and what is being pushed. That the container, 7 feet 9 inches, actually, what happens is that the container is a little more, the external diameter, it's about 8 feet, yes, but what happens is that with the doors open, the containers are more. But we're not going to get into that, right? Maybe the container doors were closed on the other side, but that's irrelevant. Now, the fact is that, like I said before, the container was pushed a bit. So you're seeing about 8 inches there, 6 to 8 inches between the container and the wall. And the back of the container was pushed a little bit. It was almost a foot. So you're minusing a foot there, right? So like I said, I'm going through this thing analytically. Tell me if what I'm saying makes sense or if it's dotishness. Now, ready with the slides, guys? The slides I sent via email. Let's run through this. Let's run through this. So Ian is saying, I want you to go back to Ian's video. Ian is saying that is 10 feet where the container was parked. So the container was not on the road and the container was not on the pitch. Well, let me explain something to you, and I will explain it in full color, right? 2. And this is from this sidewalk to the sidewalk down the road to get us straight. Because you see in front of Bobby's an auto collision, and in front of Double Z, there is no sidewalk because there's parking there. And also, if you look, you will see there's almost no drain. Because you see, for some of those businesses, they didn't want to interrupt their business for drains to be built. And we have been begging for drains to go through there for 20-something years. But that said and done, that's a different story. So when you look at, and like I said, tell me if what I'm saying here makes sense or not. The manhole on the sidewalk is 2 feet. That is the standard size for a manhole cover. 2 feet, or let me say 30 inches. Justin, how wide would you say that sidewalk is? About 5 feet, 6 feet maximum, correct?
I was going for about 4.5.
Well, you're saying 4.5 feet. I am going to go 5 feet, or let us say 5.5 feet. And am I correct to say that this first wall where the man is walking in front of, it's almost parallel, it's almost in line with the wall in front of Bobby's there? Does it look in line? It looks in line, correct?
It does.
Good. And we live in Bamboo, so we would know. So therefore, is it safe to assume, Justin and Saif, that the distance between the wall and the yellow line is about 5 feet?
We would say it's about 5 feet.
Yeah. Right? Let us say 6 feet. Let us say 6 feet. We're going to be generous here. So we agree that the line between the wall and the road is 6 feet. And we also will agree that the container was not parked on top of the wall. It was parked next to the wall. Justin, where did the other 2 feet of the container park? If the container was about 8 feet, and we are saying 6 feet is the sidewalk, where was the other 2 feet of the container park? Not on the road?
That's the only place it could be.
Exactly.
The facts in front of me.
Good. But not only that, that area in front of Bobby's, that area was damaged, and Bobby's concreted. They put concrete. So you cannot stop where the concrete stopped there, right? That small hole. But look on the right-hand side. You're seeing some concrete there? They, in front of auto collision and in front of Bobby's, they concreted. So therefore, you cannot use the concrete. Now, zoom in a little bit again, Justin. You're seeing that as a red star there, you're seeing a little piece of concrete line, and you're seeing where the white line is. That is where the road, is. And I'm going through this thing piece by piece. So let's go to the other slide, Justin. Let's go to the other slide. Right? No, it had some graphics, some slides, all this for now, some other slides with graphics that I sent by email. Pull back the other advertiser, please. Right, let me just thank our good friends at, here we go. Right, Neil Shaw's Auto Parts, where you can get all your parts for European vehicles. Doesn't matter if it's BMW, Jaguar, Volvo, you name it, across the board. You can get those parts, contact Neil Shaw's Auto Parts, and they will fix you up accordingly. Remember, genuine, replacement, body parts, mechanical, electrical, give them a call. Let's move over now and welcome our good friends at RPM Express. And just a reminder that if you're bringing anything from Miami, just get it shipped to Miami. Or what is at RPM Express? Next slide, next background, guys. Right. Yeah. All you have to do is organize, get it shipped to Miami, and RPM Express will organize and have it sent to Trinidad as fast as possible. So make your arrangements, best prices, and remember, you could join absolutely free, rpmexpresscouriers.com. Check them online. All right, so let's go to the other slides now. Good. Good. Now, this is Google. This is not in Shanishmel. I could have used my drone and did the same thing. Right? Zoom in. You see that area, that circle there? That is where, right, good. The sidewalk actually, right? The sidewalk actually is where the red is. Because you see where those cars are in park? That is by the sidewalk, that is where the sidewalk ends. And the yellow, where Ian Allen say he measured 10 feet, is on the road. That is where the yellow line is. Go on Google Maps, go on Google Earth, or come down to Google Bamboo, and you will see for yourself. So basically, without a doubt, I can tell you, and without even saying alleged, I could confirm that the container was on the road and on the sidewalk. I could confirm that tonight. But you see, let's come back to the whole story, because you know why? This is somebody's son. And I keep telling people, suppose that was my father going down the road, and my father passed, may Allah bless him and grant him Jannatul Firdaus. For me, if that was my father, my brother going down the road, and they got a heart attack or a stroke, and the first thing they land upon is a container, what we going to say? He was driving too fast? You see, in Bamboo, we have had headaches for donkey years with parking. And if you talk to anybody in Bamboo, they will tell you the same thing. We have had problems upon problems. And we don't want to stop anybody from having their containers in the front. But you see, when I spoke to the father and them night before and the mother, and I asked them, did anybody from the company contact you? They said no. Did anybody offer sympathies? No. When they went there to see the place, somebody come and allegedly insulted them. Right? And tell them what they're doing there, and they had to tell them, well, that is government road. And of course, I'll try to get in touch with the family where, you know, we come back to me, right? Paris has not even put out a release or anything. No. Let me get down to brass tacks now. I'm going to educate a few of you, because you know why? Through this incident, I realized why Rowley and Kamala is where it is. Because you know why? It have real dotish people in this country. It have real stupid people in this country. When I look at some of the responses. And the law, you know, first off, for you to put a container on the road, you need a permit. A container, I have been importing 25 years, 30 years now, so I know. When Inch and Ishmael have to get a container, I have to sign for that container to come to my premises. I'm not signing for that container to come on the road. I'm not signing for that container to come on the sidewalk. I am signing for that container to come on my premises. But you see, the bloody problem is, in Trinidad, all we care about is money, and we don't care about nothing else. And this is why in front of my place I have parking for 12. I am one of the only persons in Bamboo. In fact, there are about maybe 5 or 6, right? But down the road, I am one of the few that have parking for my customers. You understand? The reality of it is that men just do business on the road. I see men fixing windscreen on the road. I see men fixing ball joint on the road and putting themselves and other people at risk. But coming back to what I'm talking about. When customs give you that document to sign for you to bring your container to your property, you sign for that to come to your premises. And when you sign that off, when the custom officer come, the custom officer could decide that here what's happening. We are not emptying this container because this container is in the road, it is on the sidewalk, it is on this, it is on that, and the custom officer could refuse. Now, when a permit is given for you to empty on the road, that permit is valid until the container is unstuffed. As soon as that container is unstuffed, you have to pick up your container and take it out of there one time, like what they do in Port of Spain. In Port of Spain, you cannot leave a container overnight. You cannot, customs will not allow it. They clear it, truck come and pick it up one time and move it out one time. You see, if permission was given and a permit was granted, which we are going through the Freedom of Information Act to check, and we asked about that, and customs have not responded where that is concerned. So I find it very strange, because Ms. Harris is a no-nonsense person. So to have no response from this, have me thinking all kind of thing, eh? You understand? It had me thinking all kind of thing. I wouldn't say what I'm thinking, but you know what I'm talking about. Right? But when you look at this whole scenario, the customs, and not only that, a man running to a container, police supposed to come, police photographer supposed to come, nothing like that take place. Nothing. DMO come, say the man dead, boom. And that is it. That is it. They see the video? Yeah, but the man was speeding. That is it, you know. You see, and that is the problem. If there were blinking lights from a distance, maybe, I don't know. Maybe the man would have seen it. I don't know. Maybe it is if there was a reflective triangle. Maybe. But the reality of it is that now someone has lost their life. So I'm appealing to the people of Bobby's, to the owner of Bobby's, right? And you know, you and I just cross often because, like I tell you, I don't tolerate dotishness. And I'm appealing to your common sense, Brits. Here what happening, huh? You see me? I made my first million in business when I was 30 years. And I have not changed who I am because you know why? In the last 20-something years, I have seen more people go down 6 feet under than I could count. And all the money that they had, whether they be millionaires, whether they be doctors, whether they be lawyers, whether they be doublesmen, whether they be vendors, you name it, whatever they were, they went with their hands empty and took nothing. I always try to make sure that where I live, my neighbors are comfortable. Look, for example, me, I put in up about a 300, 400 ins if you want your gate built, if you want your gate refurbished, if you want your motor fixed, give them a call. All right, so let's go, guys. This is the speed limit in Bamboo, 30 kilometers. And we all familiar with that? But 90% of the people don't ride that. Okay. Right. I've been told that the internet is giving trouble on the live. I humbly apologize, people, but that is flu. And I don't know why the Telecom Authority... Right. Look, somebody is saying here, Walaikum Salam. Somebody is saying here as well, you need permission from Transport Board to register those special units, meaning the trailer. Transport Board have conditions for these units. It cannot be parked on the road. Also, the registered owner has to have parking facilities. All these ties in, you know, so it's not only the owner of the container, is the trailer as well. And that container was damaged. The back of that container was damaged. Right now, who's going to pay for that? That is the next story. Right? So anyway, let me welcome my good friends, True Value Home Mart. And remember, True Value Home Mart is where you get your SPC flooring to fill up your whole room, your whole house. And they have, of course, specials as well, and you can check them out. Plus, they have everything else for your home. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedroom, your toilet. Give them a call. Or outside, even the garden too. Right? So give them a check. They're right there in El Socorro, or El Socorro. Right, let's go again, guys. Right, so this is Bamboo. As you can see, how well kept the place is. You see the cable on top. They thieve that cable at all. They just leave it hanging because that is a low value cable. Right? And then you see how nice and good CPEP has it maintained and how the council is working to make sure the place is clean. And watch that beautiful drainage and we have now. And I tell you, top of the line. But don't worry, the donkeys and they will vote for her again because they're stupid and they will vote for her again. They will vote for her again and they will vote for her again because here what happening. UNC and PNM have them total bay and dotish. Let's go again, guys. On the left, there was a no parking sign. That no parking sign has now disappeared. Do you know that the whole of Bamboo number 2, the main road, is no parking from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yet the crooks and the conmen at the St. Joseph police station refuse to enforce it. I repeat, Bamboo number 2, the entire main road by law. People who don't want to listen, go feel it the hard way. And that is the sad reality of it. You gotta float with the law because quite frankly, we have had enough. Let's roll with the slides, guys. Let's go. Let's move on. This is Gasparilla yesterday. Now, again, I continue to say, pause right there. Could we get that vehicle number by chance, guys? Let the video run. Let me see. You getting it? All might stand a better chance than me. What it looks like? What it looks like?
PCA
Uh-huh.
5829.
PCA 5829, or that's what it looks like. This man decides that he will bypass the whole traffic, all of us in traffic, and decide that he's going to drive like a Yayan and overtake. Go ahead, proceed. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, we got it. And it's 5839, not 29. 5829, PCA 5839. So he bypassed the whole line. I'm going there now because he better than everybody else. King Chupidi. Right? To go right. Let's go again. And look at the next one there. Very destructive in regards to your radiator. Make sure you're using the one specific to your need. And remember, you could get them in gallons or in drums and you name it. And ask for Automax radiator coolant. All right, folks? We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue right here on Breaking Barriers. We'll be back.
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw.
Yes, this government acknowledges.
Welcome to the home of Pure Oxygen Spring Water. A breathtaking 1,000 feet above sea level, where the elements collide. In an area of outstanding natural beauty. This land, our land, embodies nature, and our methods respect it. We use clean energy, solar, hydro, wind, to bring you the cleanest water. Every drop, sustainably sourced from pristine Cornish farmland. From the raw beauty of rainfall to our state-of-the-art bottling facility. Situated on an ancient underground lake. We're reminded of the timeless power of pure water. But it doesn't stop here. The secret of cure lies in the pure oxygen we so carefully infuse. To breathe life into every bottle of pure water, without chemicals or additives. Cure pushes the boundaries of what water can do, uniting life's most essential ingredients: water and oxygen. The next generation of hydration. Pure Oxygen, nature's ultimate water.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
And welcome back, my friends. And of course, you know, this is why I always say I have some of the most sensible viewers out, you know. This is why I always say that my viewers have common sense, you know, because you know why? Everything that I said just now, every single viewer telling me I'm 100% spot on, that the container was on the road. It is factually impossible for the container not to be on the road. It was on the road, unless the sidewalk itself was 8 feet. You know, so for me, I glad you see my father, boy. My father always lived his life as a respectable man. And I ain't going to lie for nobody, whether they be friend or family. I am not going to sell my stool. For nothing. Not interested. Sorry. Right? So let me just wish somebody happy birthday there before we continue there. And of course, this gentleman is Shamir Mohammed on his 60th birthday. And we have a photo of the gentleman here, right? The one on the left is the 60-year-old one, right? So all the best to him on his 60th birthday to you. And it's coming from his wife, Marla, and his kids, Anisha, Keisha, and Amir Jesse Mohammed. All right? So all the best to you, bro, on your 60th. Right? So as we go along again, right, here we go, guys. Right. Somebody sent me this. The owner of the container should be sued. The owner of the container. The container was on the road. Ian is wrong. There were no lights at the back of the container, no warning sign, no stickers, nothing. The point is that the driver needed to have full road to drive on. And this is my point. If you're a driver and in that area, I just try to get away from potholer, but like I said, you know, stupid people wouldn't see that. The point is that the driver need to have the full road to drive on, and even though he was speeding, the maximum penalty should be confiscating his license, not confiscating the driver's life. Brilliantly said. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right? So, and look, someone is saying here, nobody likes a good messenger. What they do is shoot them down. You always highlight the truth. I'm proud of you. No, but I've always said, I am not in anyone's pocket. I'm not interested in lying. For what? I live in this village. My children have to grow up in this village. And I want, if I close my eye tomorrow, that people wouldn't look at my children and say, well, that man's father was a old crook, you know. Right? My father died and I never hear that word one day. And you know what is interesting? Yesterday, I got another check from Ansa Makal for my father. And we have been getting those checks for over 20-something years. And we have never utilized it because my father was a shareholder. And one is that because we don't know if the funds come in from the alcohol division or Caribou, whatever, we have decided to leave it alone. I don't touch it. I leave it right there and let it go where it have to go. So it may have ended up being more than $1 million for the last, 20 years? But to me, like I said, I cannot do my father that because at the end of the day, that is a man that I have the greatest of respect for, and we don't get involved with things, you know, where alcohol and interests and those things are concerned. So I'll stay far away from that. So let's go again, guys. This is in Robert Village in Tableland, right? Now, take a good look at this. Right. Justin, I'm sending you one or two other things, huh? Right, and let me hail out Jamil from Barapo, who is celebrating his 19th birthday. Take a look at this. This is what is going on in Barapo right now, right? But don't worry. Somebody go get a nice little contract to fix that up. Going again, yes, huh? Right. Right, looking for a video here. And this is the condition of that area. I'm looking at a video while I'm talking to you here so that at least, right, here we go. You know, I passed by the area by this place, right? Yeah, you could run that. Right, you could cancel that in now, and let's go to the yes, I'm looking for a video from last night where by Gasperillo, I passed by Gasperillo there, and I was blown away at the condition of the area in Gasperillo there by where they have put this new road. no, in fact, they did this work across there, and I was blown away to see. Right, here it is. Justin, I'm sending it to you now. I want you all to take a look at this and tell me if this makes any sense at all, because I'm confused as to how something like this could be done, and they could call this an improvement. And I don't know how much money was spent here, but it makes absolutely no sense to me. Right, Justin, the first photo I just sent you there is the one that I did today by Endeavor. I want to show people how just after 2-3 weeks of dredging and cleaning an area by Endeavor there, how it looks now. So let me know when you're ready with that. Right, so that's the one I sent you with the drain there. I just want you to take a look. And when people see, you know, I continue to say, in this country, I'm seeing roads. Yeah, run that video. Run that video. Right. When I tell you pause that video, pause it. Pause. This was done about 2-3 weeks ago. And this is what we, as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, are accepting. This is what we, the stupid idiots, are accepting, because you know what? There are people who are going to vote for this to continue. And this is to tell you how dotish some of us are in this country. That we are going to actually take out, you know, and I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. Election day. You wake up. You open the papers. 5 people get murdered. That is enough reason for you to tell yourself, wait now, I'm an African man. And out of the 600 murders last year, that the vast majority were people like me. Maybe it is I have to start thinking about my own people now. But no. You push that aside. You step outside, bandit rob you, which is common now. They take your car. That alone should cause you to say, but wait now, boy. Not me now, because here what happened, I lost my car. My cousin lost his car last month. My neighbor lost his car about 6 months ago. They hold up my grandmother, so. They hold up my partner business. But you know what? You tell yourself, well, no, boy, forget all that. I still going and vote. Taxi, organize. You're in the taxi now, going on the road. Before you reach, man put a gun to your head. Give me away, I have. You tell yourself, but what the hell is this really going on here, boy? The phone, you buy about 2 weeks ago, you give him it. The last few $100 you have that you have to go and pay rent and thing with, you have to give them that, you give them that too. But still, you're going and vote. You jump out now, you walk towards the school, you fall in a manhole. Because it's supposed to have a manhole cover there, but you fall in a manhole. You break your foot, the ambulance take 4 hours to come, and you sit down there and you're telling yourself, I going and vote for this boy? All this, and I still going to vote for this? Oh yeah, because I stupid, so I going and vote for it still. You're going in the hospital now, have to wait 6 hours. You tell the nurse now, here what happened. I'll let you know, I have to go back to vote. They tell you how to relax yourself. You lie down outside in the elements waiting because they have no bed available for you. Even though you're going to vote the party in charge now, they have no bed for you because you is nobody special. You are imps. You are yayan. And they don't care about you except during this period. You sit down there on the chair and you knock out. You wake up 6:30. Bam. You find out now that voting closed. You couldn't go and vote. You're vexed. But you see, even though all that may be made up, the fact is that is the reality in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad is considered one of the worst countries in the Caribbean now, whereas Trinidad could have been the Dubai of the Caribbean. And on both sides, you have the worst. You have the worst representatives. And you know, somebody called me this afternoon, as God is my witness. And he said, boy, you know, me and my wife, we are here talking about no party and supporting no party. And then, what is the situation? They say, what direction are you going? I say, well, I'm not voting. They say, but and the vote will go towards the PNM. No, that is nonsense. The vote is not going to go to the PNM if you do not vote. If you do not vote, it is nothing. But what are you going to vote for? For what change? Even if UNC win, UNC still have the same donkey and I'm representing we. They have the same idiots, the same failures. So we're going to vote for UNC to come in now and put the same failures like they put there. Because I hear on one side, you hear one of them is a pedophile. On one side, you hear one of them with a fella and he have a child and they don't know where the child come from. I going to vote for that? Let me tell you something. And I want to make this clear, especially the Muslim outside here. Right? I could talk to my community. Let me welcome Mitsubishi Electric, Mitsu Air Limited. And let me just see. Now, when it comes to top air condition, this is the company. This is the company. 10 years warranty on parts and labor, and all their units are inverter, so you're saving big on current, especially now. So all you know what to do. Give them a call, commercial or residential, they will fix you up. So let me come back now to my community. I was proud as punch, halal punch, to have witnessed at the UNC get-together with all their candidates, almost 1 or 2 hijabs and nothing more than that. And in terms of Muslims who were there, I saw almost none, or at least practicing. And I am proud of you for that, because you know why? I said it before and I'll say it again. The UNC pushes this LGBTQ, URST, UVXYZ type of thing, which I don't condone. This mark on my head is a prayer mark. And this is there for a reason. Because I don't pray and then go and support dotations. I am not that type of Muslim. I am not that type. I am not the type of Muslim, because it had some people who just talk about separation between women and men. And when Kamala went to their mosque, Kamala was shaking hands with all them Maulana, Mufti and all of them. All of a sudden, the religion went out the door. I am not that type of person. I stand my ground. And my ground is here what's happening. We have a letter released from the Jamaat al-Muslimin, correct? Could we put that up, please? Could we put that up? You see, for Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the UNC, the Muslim has always been the boogeyman. The Muslim the Muslim is terrorists. The Muslim is this, the Muslim is that. There was fake assassination attempt. Or do you remember that? Kamala Persad-Bissessar went on to talk about the Jamaat al-Muslimin, using people to frighten people for election. Now, let me say, I agree with that position and that was fact. But that was fact donkey years ago. This present man they call Sadiq al-Razi is one of the most respectable men you could meet. He is the total opposite of Yassin Abubakar. That man, very humble, very down to earth. And now to bring in this man in all your kaka kamla is the height of dotations. But that is something that you'll have always done. Because you see, when you have the BJP mentality, the Modi mentality, that is what you do. That is essentially what you do. The Muslims is the enemy. And that is what you do. And this is what I'm saying, between Olia and between the PNM, is like the cesspit and what in it. It ain't make no difference. So I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to waste my vote, because as a practicing Muslim, I cannot see myself supporting someone who's a megalomaniac, which is the idiot we have now at present. Or on the other side, somebody who is promoting the whole alphabet, man with man, woman with woman, dog with dog, cat with cat, sheep with sheep. Well, nothing wrong with that. Once it's a male sheep and a female sheep. At the end of the day, and I keep telling people, this is my religious belief. I don't have, and let me make this abundantly clear. If you live that lifestyle, I don't hate you, you know. I don't hate you. I love you as a human being. But I hate the act. And I want to make this abundantly clear. We were never taught to hate people. I hate the act, but I do not hate the human. And that is my position. Right? So, let me just jump in here. Right? Let me just jump in here now. Because here's what I want to do. Right? How can I? All right. This weekend, online on my Facebook page, I'm going to be giving away cases of cure. And, you know, I saw somebody put up a post. You have that slide, Justin? Right? About how much water they pay for, I think they pay $18 for a bottle of water at Starbucks. $18, right? $18 for a bottle of water. And I continue to tell people, come back to me. I continue to tell people, you go all over the place and you buy things like Gatorade and all those things. And what happens is what you look at, what it does to the body compared to this. And you know, I'm glad to see I went by my partner, Kennicon, Sean and them. And I would like to thank the staff at Kennicon for fixing them up real good. And I see the cases of cure there because they understand what this does to you. And I continue to tell people, if you are over 40 or 50, or you work out plenty, or you do gardening, you should be drinking this morning and evening, because that is what I just use to energize me. People always ask me where I get the energy from. All they're looking at it. This is not no hocus pocus. It's not no zombie thing I'm selling all here. It works. 374 right now. 375-1100, 299-6263, and 292-1913. Call those numbers now and order. They will deliver it for you free. Absolutely free. For every child watching this, for every son, order this for your mother or father. Let them start to drink this morning and evening. For anyone who had surgery, let them start. Annie, start drinking this morning and evening. Start drinking it morning and evening. And you will see the difference with how you feel. You will see your skin starting to change. People who had psoriasis and all those kind of things, you would see how it started to help them out. So you see that number? Call that number now and let them deliver it to you. 375-1100, 299-6263, and 292-1913. What are you doing? Sit down there. You're still in dialing number? Dial it now. Right, let's go again, guys. Yeah. Go with it. This is Gasperlo, right? This is, I had mentioned, pause right there, guys. Now, Justin, I want you to watch something because I'm communicating with you tonight. Do you see where the railing is, Justin? You're seeing the railing, right?
I see it not.
Right. And do you see what appears to be the old line for the road on the left-hand side, not the new one? You realize that the new line overtake the lane. And it almost squeezes in the lane, correct?
Correct. You can see the curve.
Good. And watch how far the railing is, Justin, in the back. From where this new multi-million-dollar thing they go on and do there. Now, I want you to watch what happened. Go ahead. Pause. They have now essentially turned this into a single lane. Two big vehicles cannot pass here. And this is the stupidity. This is the illiteracy of the government, whether temporary or not. The length of time this project took, I spoke to engineers. Within about 3 to 4 weeks, this was supposed to be completed. Watch this. You see what I'm talking about? Two cars cannot pass at the same time. And what they tried to do there, before two cars was passing, and now with what they do there, only one car passing. And this is the stupidity of the people at the Ministry of Works. I keep telling all you know, we ain't joke play. We have stupid people all over, you know. We have stupid people all over, and I keep telling people, you know, when I look at what is taking place in Haiti, and I see people catching in them, because I get videos from Haiti and all over the world, I tell myself, you know, how could people allow themselves to be in that situation, boy? But then again, we have Trinidad, We have Trinidad and Tobago, where we have, you know what? We have one woman on the other side. She's not well, and she putting up the worst bloody candidates. And everybody going to vote for that because that's how stupid all is. That is how stupid all is. And then on the other side, you have a man talking a set of thing, talking about this race, want to do the other race, and that race, and this and that. And then people going to support that. All you're really good, but not me. I am not going to vote. I am not going to waste my time because we have idiots representing us in this area here, and I am not going to do it. We have failures that are representing us here, and I am not going to do it. And if the people from the St. Augustine constituency, if all you're that stupid, and all you want to, from Bamboo number 3, from Bamboo number 2, from Bamboo number 1, all you want to go and vote for the same dotishness, I happy for you. And by the way, it have candidates who living with men, who get married and now, and I want to see them Muslim with hijab and them Muslim with topi supporting that candidate. Let me embarrass all you. Because all you might as well, just don't even bother to do anything again. Because that is shame. All you think about what you're doing. Don't be that stupid. I mean, this is a perfect example. Watch. The same people, good timing, Justin. Right? Watch. All you go on and make, all is the kingmaker. All is the kingmaker. Man become the king and watch. As soon as he become king and leader, he kick in all the backside. That is Keith Rowley. That is Keith Rowley. That is Kamala Prasad-Bissessa for the majority of people, because I showed it last week. The majority of people in her constituency never got nothing done, flooding like crazy, and all you're going back to vote for that dotishness. If all you're not stupid, something had to be wrong. So it come like if you voting to get flood again, you voting not to get representation again. How stupid you could be on both sides. Anyway, Kerry, I didn't get my disinfectant spray for the mosque because with this one, like I tell you, we just prefer to use your brand. Anything with extra canning, we good to go. So organize yourself for me, please, because these are top of the line products at the best possible prices. So let's go again, guys. Let's run through all the slides and the video.
Yes,
all you remember this? All you remember this? When we partners say that the money for the roads went where? Where it was the billions of dollars we get for COVID. Or remember he said that how they had to use it for that? Listen again, this is just to remind all you.
Yes, this government acknowledges that the roads in this country would have deteriorated considerably. We acknowledge that. You know why? During 2020 and 2021, we spent the money keeping you alive. And there was not sufficient money to spend on road repairs.
Somebody is saying that to take a look by the Mount Lambert traffic light, the white line is 3 inches instead of 6 inches. We're looking like they're using half the paint now. Oh yes. I am looking for blood donors, please, urgently, for someone who is in need of blood. Right? And the person can be contacted at 774-6083. I repeat, this is an urgent need for blood. If you are a blood donor, please, right? This person is in urgent need of blood. 774-6083. If you need to get this information again, let me know, please. All right? So for those of you who could, please. Okay. Right, here we go. Barry, there should be cure in Tobago. If there's no cure, let me know. I'll take a SM Jalil truck and we'll go. Let me heal out my partner, Raymond Ramnarayan, boy. Raymond, how you going, boy? All the best to you. Right, here we go. And, good. Right. Right. You know, Justin. Justin.
Yeah, boss.
You get a call the other day from somebody.
I wish I didn't get a call.
Who did you get a call from, Justin? Joel D'Souza?
Joel D'Souza. Correct.
Right. You got a call from Joel D'Souza. One is that Joel D'Souza contacted my office. What happened is that more or less talking about certain things that how, you know, they don't like about what I said. And in fact, she didn't like how I labeled her and addressed her or him. But I told Joel, when I called, because I returned the call and I said, hi, is this Mr. Joel? And he said, no, Miss Joel. I said, no, I'm sorry, but it's Mr. Joel for me because the genetics remain the same. And I can't address somebody as a female who I know is a male, right? You can't take the engine from a Toyota and put it in a Mercedes and you call that a full-fledged Mercedes. You understand at the end of the day? But as I said before, I have full respect for the individual as a human being. I may not respect the act, but I respect the individual. But what happens is that, oh God. Right, Justin, I had sent you a video. We need to go and take a break, right? But let me just remind you about the fantastic products from Rita. And, you know, many people have been asking why they have not seen it at the mini-mart. Well, what happens is that your mini-mart needs to call them because what happens is that, remember, there are some areas some companies wouldn't go because it's damn well dangerous. So if you want it in certain areas, you need to call the company, call Atlantic Trading, and they will try their best to see how they could facilitate you, right? Because, I mean, you put this and your leg get beastly cool and you're good to go. In fact, I tried something the other day. Once I emptied one, I actually made a lolly with one of them. I better trademark that way. Next thing you know, you hear chia seed lollies now, which is our next big trend. All right, so we need to go for our second break. Remember, you're watching Breaking Barriers right on IBN Channel 8. And just a reminder for those of you who don't know, number one, you could reach me via two ways. One, I am never at the office, so you cannot reach me here. But you could reach me on 684-4762. That's 684-4762. That's my WhatsApp. Or you could email breakingbarriers@gmail.com. breakingbarriers@gmail.com. All right, so just give me 1 second here, Justin. Right. I'm going to make a call now. Justin, let's see here. Yes, now here we go. Right, here we go. Let me make this call now.
You have reached the voicemail box of 1.
Right, that's Mr. Rampasad who did the surgery. As I mentioned last week, the surgery was 100% successful, but I wanted you to hear from him that how successful it was, you know, because I don't, we are not into the habit of, sir.
Good afternoon.
Right. Yes, sir. This is something
Yes, sir.
Right, but I didn't get my voice, I got his.
In
Yes. Yeah. Right, so you hear what he says, Mr. Ambassad, right? Right, I'm just watching the video here now.
Yes, sir.
Right, it's coming across. No.
They told me everything in 6 to 8 weeks.
Right, so.
Yeah, what happened? They inject gas in the eyes, right now? So they say after between 6 to 8 weeks, it'll start to dry up.
Right, but he said, Mr. Ambassad said that the surgery was successful, and I would like to thank, they did one eye and they're doing the next eye soon, and I would like to thank all those of you. The balance of funds that we have. Justin, you'll give me the figure. We will drop it off him so that he can buy what he needs to buy, and we'll take it from there. So from all of us, I would like to thank you for supporting that, because without your support, we would not have been able to help Mr. Rampersad to do what he needs to do. And that is now he can physically see and take care of his son now. Right? So, I mean, let me tell you something. If that young man, all I want to see is that young man grow up and be a positive influence for Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go again with the slides, guys, before we go for a break. You know, I saw this sign today while driving. And I tell myself, I say, this sign should be all over. Because brand new road, I pass on the highway, new area, another vehicle. And boy, let me tell you something, the vehicle going blah, 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 on new road that they now pave. All you feel it easy? Let me take a break. We're going to take a break and we'll come back with Ryan. We'll be back right after this. Justin, you have the...
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 41-10 jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare. Ronix.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
And welcome back, my friends. Someone just sent me a message stating that let me see where I got it. The bridge they're fixing Korea Village sinking already. What? Somebody send me videos, somebody send me photos. Let me send it out because, I mean, this is madness. Why? Yes, you know, one of the things I always try to promote too is positive stuff. Guys, open up the phone lines in the meantime while I'm doing this. But I'm just like to welcome Miran to this segment. And Miran have one of the best sardines on the market. And corned beef, their corned beef, unbelievably almost fat-free. Almost fat-free. You know, sometimes you open a can of corned beef and you get it with 60% fat. Miran have one of the most, how should I say, fat-free corned beef on the market. When you mix that up and buzz that down with some rice, you're talking about good stuff. So look for it at your supermarket. And remember, if you don't see there, change your supermarket. All right? So I always try to juxtapose a little good with the bad. And tonight, I just want to show you a little clip that I saw with Jackie Chan. And Jackie Chan was brought to tears with one statement that his daughter made to him. Take a look at this video.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like
一直疼不疼？
One.
爸爸，你好厉害！
Sat by the river and it made me come
always this, always that, always. And many children these days have turned out to be so ungrateful and macaramish, right? That when you look at the other side of it, just a simple line like, Papa, you are awesome, brought him to tears. Because you know why? It touched here. To hear your own child tell you that you're awesome is something that you don't hear these days. It's something you don't see. You're accustomed with the insults and the negativity and the, I can't get to go there, you know, use this, use that, use all the other. And sadly, that is where we have reached. And then it have the other side of the coin, where you have people like this woman, who is the mother of Nimakaram. This one here. Play this woman.
I mentioned in my last video that I went clothes shopping for my children, and a lot of people are shocked to hear that I have children, considering I sued my parents for having me without my permission. But I just want to make a couple of things clear here. So my parents that I sued, they contributed to, you know, conceiving me, and my mother that raised me, she gave birth to me, and that's why I sued them, because I did not consent to being here. Like, I was unaware that I was going to have to grow up and get a job to support myself, and I just didn't consent to that. They didn't try to contact me in any way before I was born to see if I actually wanted to be here, and that's why I sued them. Now, it's different. Like, I know I've said it's like unethical to have children before, but it's different when you adopt, because it's not my fault that they're here. I'm just trying to be a good person and like help them out. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you are pregnant right now, you need to hire a psychic medium and ask your child if they actually want to be here. But keep in mind, if they don't, you need to terminate. Otherwise, they will sue you, because I'm making that my life mission.
Hold on a second. Hold on, huh? My son got married about 2 years ago. So I'm putting him in touch with a new company now that could communicate with spermatozoa, right? To find out if his intended child, when they're ready, would want to be born. Where these children does come from? Where them does come from? All you could tell me, you know, and you know where's the sad thing? If I make a child so dotish, you free to do what you want, you know. Shoo, go your way, leave, adios amigos, don't sue me again, you go your way, you want to do what you want. And here what happening, we have children like that these days, We have children like that these days who's so ungrateful. The first thing they tell you, I did not ask to be born. Well, here what happened. We didn't have a choice as to who you was going to come out like in the first place either. So you know what I mean? If you had choices, boy, here what happening, you do an auto-replace one time. You know, I don't know what you see these days. And by the way, hold on. Today I was by PriceSmart. I went to pick up my stuff. And to the corner of my eye, I saw a mother with a child. I have to call her child. She could be more than about 12 years. And the child had on a skirt almost to her, you know where. And I don't understand what happened to all your parents. If all are sick in all your head, if that is how all will let all the little children go outside. Have a little common sense and decency now, boy. Because it have sick people outside there, and you so stupid, you will allow your child to go outside with all of her underwear and thing outside. Oh, let come now, man. Some of us shouldn't really be parents, you know. Anyway, let's go to our phone lines. Hello? Hello?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Well, once of that crazy things and crazy people in this world, why people suing their parents, man want to be woman, woman want to be man. I don't. We really live in the last days, We in the last days. This thing concerning this accident, boy. Well, the funeral has gone, so I suppose autopsy was done. Hello?
Yeah, well, no autopsy not was done as far as I know.
No autopsy in case of an accident?
Well, one is that, you see, The place was supposed to have been marked off. They were supposed to have the police come and take photographs. And all of a sudden, for me, I didn't see all that. I don't know if it was done.
All right,
and
okay.
In fact,
all right. So
I should
we
call
don't
the
know
parents.
what was really the cause of death.
No,
the gentleman suffered a heart attack or a stroke or whatever, right?
I could be wrong. I'll talk to the parents to find out
right.
if they did an autopsy.
Right.
But nothing was mentioned to me about an autopsy.
All right, good. Well, every situation had two sides. Right. Now, I'm not denying the fact that the container would not have been in the roadway. A little bit, yes. Right. Now...
No. Hold up right there.
Yeah, it was in the roadway. It was in the roadway.
You are making excuses because your statement alone is trying to make an excuse. The container, almost 2 to 3 feet, was on the roadway. So you cannot say it was a little bit. So you have started off making an excuse.
And John, how much is a little bit?
Hold on.
Hello?
2 to 3 feet of tons of steel. 2 to 3 feet of tons of steel is a little bit?
Well, partway in the roadway. It was partway in the roadway.
Good. Let me go.
Right. Now, somebody sent you a message talking about they're supposed to have parking for trailers, these trucking companies and things. But the container and go by the trucking company, it went by a customer.
No. You see, this is what I tell you. All you have to familiarize yourself with the law. Who is the owner of the trailer?
The law said no container is supposed to be coming in bamboo to start with because it have no, they have something called route listing for trailer trucks with class 5 vehicles, and bamboo number 2 is not on the route listing. The transport board doesn't give approval for class 5 vehicles to traverse bamboo number 2 roads.
Right. So okay, that is a whole different. So now you're making another excuse.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Based on the message that the person sent to you, that's what I'm responding to.
Right. No.
What I'm saying is that the trucking company, they didn't import that container. So if you tell me the container is supposed to be at the trucking company compound, that doesn't make sense.
No. Hold up. Who owns the trailer?
The trucking company.
The container on top of the trailer, who bears responsibility for that container while it is on the trailer?
The trucking company.
Thank you. Who is supposed to ensure that that trailer is parked in a safe, secure, and legal manner?
There are some gray lines there.
There is no gray line.
There's some gray lines there.
Because the ultimate responsibility for that container is the shipping company when it reaches back on the port and the port.
Right, while it's on the road.
Right. If it's on the road, the people who own the trailer and the truck are ultimately responsible for the safety and transport of that container.
Right, agreed. If the truck was there with the container and the container had permission to park on part on the roadway or on the roadway to be until it's offloaded, and then the truck will take it away, right?
Well, that is the way it's supposed to be.
Right, but here was the problem with that. A truck driver who might be on the road all day, I want to know what is his hours of work according to law.
No, you see, you're going again, you're looking for excuses because it's not, hold on.
No problem.
Hold on.
No consignee wants to pay a partner to wait for a container to move it as soon as it is finished.
No.
They
Hold
expect it
on.
to be done free of charge.
Hold on. You're not listening. That trucking company does not only have one truck. They don't only have one driver.
How you know that, then, Chan? How you know that?
I'm not asking you. Most of the companies outside there that...
No, tell me most of the company. Hear what? I know the owner of the truck, he only have one truck.
So the owner of the company only have one truck?
Yes.
Right. But how about the trailer? Because the trailer is also insured separately from the truck.
Right, correct.
So you telling me that, that because this man only have one truck, that the trailer should be...
That's not nothing immoral or unethical or illegal?
It is illegal.
For a man to have one truck?
No. For the container to remain overnight, if you do not have a permit, it's not supposed to be on the road. If you do have a permit, it is supposed to be... Wait.
I agree.
It is supposed to be removed. So if the person have one truck, he's supposed to notify the business owner. Big man, I can't come back for your container tonight. If you want, arrange with somebody else to collect back the container.
Right in, John. Supposing that accident had taken place while the container was being unstuffed now, who responsibility and fault? You see, it raises a lot of questions, you know. I am making no excuse for nobody, but every step of the way, there will be questions to be asked.
No. You started off, hold on.
While the container was being unstuffed and the truck not there.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If it was your son that ended up on that container, would you be asking all those irrelevant questions?
Pardon me?
If it was your son that was in that van under that container, would you be asking all those questions?
No, Inja, we have to look at reality. We can't get emotional about these situations.
No, you are pussyfooting. You are trying to make excuses. You started off by making excuses.
My point is, nobody wants to pay for a truck to wait for a container to move it as soon as it is finished.
You're going down a whole different road, you know. In fact, you all over here happening. Let me leave it at that because honestly, you started off by making excuses and ending up by making excuses. Let's move on because at the end of the day, I want to get into no tit for tat because quite frankly, you started off by making excuses. You're in the middle and you're making excuses and come down to the end now, you're still making excuses and 3/4 the points you made it was irrelevant to the facts. Let's go again. Hello.
Good night, John. How are you going?
Good night, my friend.
Well, I know I'm going to talk about no container. I fed up here about that container for the night.
Guys, I'm hardly hearing. Go ahead, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So, well, first thing first, if I have a Mitsubishi vehicle, I get a discount from Mitsu Air. That's the first thing I want to know.
Yeah, all I have to do is mention my name.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, two things I want to bring up in John. Home invasions. So, I have a friend who had 2 different home invasions in his house. And the first thing the police ask him is if they have cameras in the place. Now, which I'm ask you something. If somebody, I don't want to say race, when Mukesh and Prakash and them come in your house to rob you, right? Yeah, I'm saying it because I don't want to come out as racial. But when they come to rob you and they have one mask in the face,
yes.
What camera is going to do?
No, absolutely nothing.
Exactly. The first thing the police ask you if you have cameras in a place. What that going to do, Injan? What is it that going to do? And when the police ask what it is they take, what that had to do with anything, will it go on to will it job? The second thing, Injan, I don't know if it was last week or week before, you talk about funds from the councillor, where they have to distribute funds and they're waiting for funds and whatnot.
Yes.
Right. I remember you spoke about Mr. Adrian Ali talking about Akbar Trace, and Akbar Trace is deteriorating as we speak.
That's correct.
Now, there are certain streets in Moro Road that has to be paved that hasn't been paved in over 30 years now. And all of a sudden now you're stating that these things are being paved. Now I'm asking myself why it is all of a sudden now these things being paved. And I was told...
Because we have a Barbara Green mentality. We have a Barbara Green... The politicians think we are so stupid that by paving our road, they would vote for us. And we would vote for them.
Well, that's what I studying. And not only that too, I was told a certain chicken distributor family starting to build on the road. All of a sudden now it's going and get paved. What is the mentality these people and them have? I don't understand that.
Thanks a lot, bro. All the best. Take care. Right, and we're going over time. Now, just to remind earlier, Brilliant will be open from Friday from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Sundays, we are pushing back to 9:30 p.m. now. Like before, during the holidays, we normally close at 9 when school is open, but school closed now, we'll open back till 9:30 on a Sunday. And just to remind you as well, soon we'll be having a special. Soon. I can't give it that special. There's football taking place and my son is involved with the football. So I really can't ask him to help me with that special until next month. Even though we turn 6 years this month, not this month, last month, June. We'll be celebrating it next month. Real Piper special. So tune in, right? And bring along the family. Endless people who are down there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we look forward to seeing you all. All right, so let's go again. We'll take about 3 calls, guys. Let's go. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Mr. Henshaw?
Yes?
All right, I just want to call, just call in on remarks of the guy who just called about the trucking, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand something. Now, once as he's a truck driver and he's driving his heavy equipment and these containers, if you was detailed to drop a container by a customer and you see it fit that the area is not safe to leave a container, you cannot leave, you're not supposed to leave it there.
Correct.
And the next thing is the customer, once that leave that port or that going by anybody, is the customer in charge of that, not the trucking company. You understand? So the customer to make sure he gets in a container or wherever he get 20, 40, 50-foot container, it have to be in a safe location.
No, but one is that the Customs Act and the custom documents clearly state that the container must, when it's brought to premises, that your premises is not the road or the drain or the side or the sidewalk. It is your premises. Unless you get a permit or authorization to empty the container on the road, and the container must be removed immediately upon unstuffing.
Exactly. So it's not the trucking company, at fault or what is.
But you see, if the trucking company, right, leaves the container in an area that is unsafe, they will bear some liability too as well. Because what happens is that when you take your regulation, you know as a truck driver where you should and where you shouldn't leave a trailer. You understand?
Right.
So at the end of the day, there's joint responsibility.
It have no excuse for what took place at Bamboo number 2.
I agree. I agree. Thank you very much, Kola. Thank you very much. And like I said, if it were anybody else, I would be standing up and defending the same thing, because a 29-year-old man, right? And I want to show back that video. Could we? And could we get a graphic one in first? Right? I just want to show you it back one more time. Right? So remember, this image the video is graphic, even though everybody show it. Right? Even though it all over Facebook, even though it all over WhatsApp, I will put up my graphic warning, because the PNM Party League number 27, TAT, will always be looking for something with me. Right? So, good. Let's go. Now, pause. Pull back. Boy, look at the technology we have here now, man. Right. Now, watch carefully how much of that vehicle is heading towards the container. Watch how much. Watch how much of that was heading towards the container. Right? At the end of the day, and I showed you from the drawing. Could we get the graphic, Justin? Do you want with the yellow line and thing? Just to show people who came in late that when we did, right? This is to show you, zoom in a little bit. The yellow line is to show you how much, when Ian Allen did his measurement and measured the 10 feet, this is how much the 10 feet he measured, and watch where the yellow line is. He said the container wasn't parked on the road, and he measured that piece including. So it was on the road. Watch where cars park on the road on the side too, right? And the other graphic, could we get the other graphic? This shows you a straight with the sidewalk, and it shows you how much of the area, when you measure, was concreted. Basically, that's, so therefore, I mean, and the wall is 5 feet. Between the wall and the yellow line is about 5 container. And plus you have the distance between the wall and the container. So you do if the container was there, right? Calculate for yourself. If the container wasn't there, would the vehicle have hit the car? Pull back that graphic. Watch straight down the road and tell me what you're seeing. In the night, or 4 o'clock in the morning, there was nothing else in that part except the container. Where would that vehicle have ended up? It would have ended up probably on a wall, maybe in a fence, God alone, or straight down by the bush down the road. I don't know, I'm not playing God. This is what you're seeing. Watch it here. Watch it here. Zoom in there, guys. Let me show people where the concrete is. Zoom in. Zoom in. I want to show them. Watch where the concrete is. Watch where my boy Ian go and measure. He measured on the road and saying it's 10 feet. Sorry. My mother and father. And watch where the line is for the road. Next to the sidewalk there at the bottom. My mother and father always tell me, do not give up your principles for nothing. Nothing. And I will abide by that. I don't care if you're his friend or family. At the end of the day, right is right. All right, so guys, this is where we have to, we have no calls on it, right? So this is where I think we need to end it off. I would like to thank all those of you who normally tune into this program. May God bless you. Let me just say hello to Tanti Salisha, who is on her way to recovery. And of course, let me thank my partner, Grill on the Hill, Shiraz, for hosting my wife and I the other day. I just felt like eating bhaji, and I went down there and mashed up some good bhaji. Tasted real good. Thank you, bro, for all the hospitality, as usual, to you and your family. And of course, to my Baraka team, thank you for the continued support. And, you know, someone sent me a video with Philip Alexander talking about Gary Griffith and me, about how Gary Griffith gave me contracts. Let me just tell Philip something, right? I started police contracts in 2011. Gary Griffith was nowhere wrong. Under Gary Griffith's tenure, I catch my nenen to get money. And in fact, there's a document right now in the court which would show that I catch my money and money was held back because of public servants, and Gary could not even help me to get back my money from the police service, and I'm taking the police service to court. That was lodged on Wednesday by my attorney, Richard Jagisap. That's number one. Number two, why it is the land that the Muslim community, and by the way, I never say the land in Chaguanas is mine. I am the person in charge, and if I decide to step down, and I told them within a year or two after the hospital bill, I stepping down, let somebody else take charge. But I'll tell you something, there are certain organizations not going to get their foot in that place. Because my policy is this, and I've always said that there are organizations I will support and there are organizations I will not support. Right? I've always told people from my community, all you're complaining about this whole LGBTQ thing, but in our community, we just encourage dotishness. Let me tell you why. When you have a little child, 1, 2, 3 years, and that child is brought up with a female, and you want to put these little children with only girls, and then when they get older, the only thing they're seeing is only girls. And when they go to primary school, the only thing they're seeing is little girls. And then when they go to secondary school, the only thing you're seeing is little girls. When they grow up to like girls and want to be with girls, who are encouraging it? I don't mean to say that you put them and everybody mix and everybody do what they had to do, you know. No, I am not saying that. But for me, there must be a time when they interact with the other side. And this is why at Baraka Grounds, I allow, for example, there are places in this country when Muslims break in fast, they treat them like sheep and goat. Imagine you cannot even sit down with your wife and eat. I would never attend a place where that is taking place. I will never go somewhere where my wife and I cannot sit down and eat. I will never go somewhere where my daughters, I cannot see them. That type of madness, if all you want to push that, and if all you want to support that, I'm glad for who's stupid I want to support that, not me. I am not supporting that. I am a strong believer in building families, right? And at the end of the day, it is not something I subscribe to. If all you want to do, that's all you. But do ball. When all you have a school and the lawnmower man come to cut the grass, that all you have to close the window, the girls can even look at somebody cutting lawn, like they go and jump the man who cutting the lawn. This is to tell you how stupid someone is. Madness. Absolute madness. Anyway, this is where we have to end it off. God bless you. And I'll catch you down at Brilliant this weekend. Remember, don't forget as well, this tournament is sponsored by our good friends of Cure. Could we get back Cure? And as I said before, do not forget to call those numbers now. You can call them up to nowhere, those 3 numbers, and order your cases of Cure before it sells out. And remember, you're getting mega price here, top of the line. And if you have any problems with the delivery, let me know. Let me know, right? And let me see. Maybe next week, I'll personally do another, some giveaways running online on the program so that we can try and see how we can get some stuff to you. And look out, this weekend, I'm going to give away some cure all over the place to make sure that everybody get a thing. Let's see here if I forgot anything. Right. Somebody is saying that Bobby's had permission. Hold on. Permission comes in the form of a letter or a permit. And permission means the container is to be unstuffed and the container is supposed to move immediately. And thus far, in the 4 days I've been communicating with the comptroller, not once did she ever mention that permission was granted. So I don't know where Ole get that from. Right? So, someone is saying here, Insha, no one mentioned that the guys seem to be driving on the wrong side road. This is what I tell earlier. It's a stupid statement, whether it is he driving on the wrong side of the road. And this is what I tell you, stupid statements, I guess all must understand. If the man get a heart attack now, when you're in the middle of a heart attack, you studying if you're driving on the wrong side road? If the man was drunk or whatever, as some people say, partner, you're not supposed to end up on a container. You're supposed to end up on a fence. You're supposed to end up in a drain. But you're not supposed to end up on a container. But you know what? If it was only mother or father that did, maybe it would have been different. I'll tell you, this is why Rowley and Kamala are there, because too much stupid people in this country. I am voting in this election. And for all of you who's stupid enough and want to go and vote, all you go ahead. Can't stop all you. All right, so this is where we have to end it off. God bless you. Take care. And I'll catch you next week for Breaking Barriers. There is a repeat of this program at 9 p.m. on Saturday. Assalamu alaikum and good evening.